Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm. My name is Winback, and today we're going to be playing Guldan. I don't know why, I just have a sudden desire.
The battle starts in
You're welcome.
seconds.
Today's team comps are going to be Guldan, Imperius, ETC, Lucio, Vala versus Valera, Diva, Nazebo, Brightwing, and Pelganus. No. We're not going to be playing a standard Guldan. We are going to be playing full suck. I'm sure you've gotten that from the title of this video already. You're welcome. It's a different playstyle. It's a certainly different playstyle. And at the same time, it adds a whole new level of fun to the character that just is non-existent with the regular builds. So we'll go through the talents with you. But it's been a while since we played the character, so if you are not aware, our Q is called Fell Flame. Super simple, conal ability, gonna do a bunch of damage, and it is on a super short cooldown. 1.5 seconds, if you can believe it. Oof. Our W is called Drain Life. This is a point-and-click ability. It's a targeted heal for Guldan and damage against the person that we are sucking on. Just watching it go. And then our E is called Corruption. This is probably the most complicated ability of the kit, but it's just going to put 3 circles down in a line, and they are going to pop one after another. And then once they pop, they do a wee bit of damage. No, they don't deal damage. They only deal damage over time. It's when you get the 16 talent, they deal damage. If we even do that. Anyway, 223 damage over 6 seconds. And they do stack, so if an enemy is running away and they walk through all 3 puddles, they are going to take 223 damage 3 times. Pretty good ability. It's typically the main form of damage with Guldan when you're building his standard build with Corruption. But we're going to ignore that. Our trait is called Life Tap. We do not have mana regeneration as Guldan, so you have to hit the D button, and you're going to get 25% mana back, but you're also going to lose some of your health when you do that. So it costs 250 life to get 25% of your mana back, and given that our health bar is only about 2,000 at the moment, obviously you can see that's a pretty big chunk. It's a pretty big chunk. I don't know if you can kill yourself with life. I think you probably can, because it's just flat 250. It's not percentage. So if you only have 100 health, maybe the game stops you. I think the game actually stops you from using the ability if you're too low health to life tap. Yes. I'm almost positive that's how it works. That's what I'm remembering anyway. Going to try to push in with our samurai here. If we can get the wall down, I will call this effective push. Okay, maybe just a tower. Maybe just one tower. Maybe just a single tower. 1 Q, and we got it. Perfect. Oh no, Vala. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything went according to plan, exactly the way I envisioned it in my mind. We're good. So our talents for this build, well, our ultimates for Guldan, let's be honest, there's only one. Reign of Destruction is absolute garbage. It's complete RNG. If you're using it to siege buildings with this character, I hate to tell you, but you're playing the character wrong. It's just such a shit ability. If it were global, it would compete, to be perfectly honest with you. If the ability were global, if it were just like Gangplank from League of Legends, perfect. Do whatever you need. Let him channel for like 18 seconds on the other side of the map, but until it gets some sort of buff like that, it's just a trash ability. I'm sorry. The only ultimate choice for Guldan is Horrify. After 0.5 seconds, we're going to deal 152 damage to an enemy in an area, and we're going to fear them for 2 seconds. This is one of the only 2 abilities in the game that fears people, the other being Deathwing's Threatening Roar or something like that. I can't remember what the ability is called. But our ultimate Horrify is much better because it's ranged, and it's just going to blast people running backwards It's just good. Do you want? I don't have any more details for you. Just pick it, push the button, watch what happens. It's real fun. It's real fun. And considering that there's only one ultimate option, huh? I mean, who creates a character with only one ultimate choice, right? Anyway, so back to the talents themselves. Nazebo, buddy. I know it's like a Smurf account, but at the same time, you could try it a little bit, you know? Level 1, we're going to pick up Chaotic Energy. We need 15 regen globes, and once we get 15 regen globes, we are going to reduce our mana costs by 20. Now, Fell Flame is 75, and Corruption is 80, so knocking that down to 55 and 60 is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's also going to mean that we have to life tap less, which is very important in keeping us alive, because, you know, reasons. It also, more importantly, increases the range of Drain Life by 25%. And I guess it increases the healing of healing globes too, which is fine. But the range is the most important part, because with this build, you're going to be playing most of your damage based around your W. Well, maybe not most of your damage, but your W is going to be the best way for you to secure kills. So the range increase is just a cast range increase. It doesn't actually affect the tether range, which is the range that an enemy can go outside of stationary Guldan's area, at which point the tether will like desync. So the range that you can cast it at is not the range that it is going to stay hooked on to the character it's hooked on to. Oh no, that was a big bomb, but it actually doesn't do any damage because 25 armor is pretty fucking nuts. So you'll see it happen. We can only cast it kind of shortish. Oh no, and she dashes back into it. Silly stuff. Truly silly stuff. No. Okay, well, just a little bit too late on the sound barrier from Lucio. Actually, half a fraction of a second, and Vala would have lived there. Unfortunate. We do need to back up now because we have blown most of our ultimates, and we didn't get the Diva kill, even though she really just made sure that she was dancing in that mosh. Have I just killed myself? I believe I have. Yep. We can just ignore that. That didn't happen. You know, it's fine. Everything's fine. We definitely didn't just die there for no reason, you know. What's going on here? There is a camp for the enemy team, which means more XP. We're back up in 5 seconds anyway, so gotta give them a little bit of, you know, comeback, right? Gotta make them feel like the game is close. At level 4, we're picking up Health Funnel. Drain Life's cooldown recharges 100% faster while it's channeling. If an enemy dies while under the effect of Drain Life, the cooldown is immediately reset. Now, if you're using this on a minion, if you kill them, you get the cooldown back immediately if they die. So you can use it on another minion, kill them, and another one, and another one, and another one. It's really good on Infernal Shrines because you can kind of do what Kerrigan does in that she's using her Q to kill Shrine Monkeys. You can use your W to kill Shrine Monkeys because it's a pretty decent damage on the smaller targets. Oh, well, healing yourself as well. There's a Valera over here. I don't want to go that direction just yet. I'm a little bit spooked. We really don't need the objective as much as we needed to clear top lane, which is a little upsetting, but we're going to get the Brightwing kill, making everything worth it. Diva's going to pop her mech, which is a little bit sad, but at the same time, we can keep going. Mal'Ganis has been skewered and is now trapped in a zombie wall of his teammate. Doesn't get enough time to channel his ultimate either. Really unfortunate timing for that guy. So the enemy team is actually doing a fantastic job of playing away from us. Now, when I say that, I don't mean everything that they just did, because that was the wrong thing. But Nazebo was pushing earlier, managed to get the entire fort down while we were trying to kill them. The only reason the enemy team is in the position that they are now is because they tried to fight us over an objective that really isn't very important. Yeah. Anyway, we got the objective, obviously, to kill the bottom fort, so we've kind of stabilized things, but had the enemy team been a bit more patient with everything that they were doing and tried to soak the lanes a bit harder, that team fight could have been much more difficult for us. So, back to the build, though. Curse of Exhaustion, this recently got changed. It used to be where you had to hit Corruption on someone, and then, after they were afflicted by Corruption, you would use your W, your life funnel on them to slow them down by... I'm pretty sure the slow was much bigger. I want to say it was 60% before, but I could be wrong about that. Now what it is just your drain life is going to deal more damage. 50% more? Is that what I read? Yeah. 50% more damage. And it is going to slow the person. Oh, she's stuck in there. She's stuck in... Oof. Getting moshed inside the smoke cloud. Really unfortunate. Going to suck the Brightwing as she runs. But 50% more damage, obviously, is super important for the ability because it's so huge. First of all, the range. The damage or the healing that we get from the ability is flat, so the damage that we do with it doesn't affect the healing that we do, but that isn't necessarily the reason that we care this much about the ability. But the 50% slow is the bigger important part of that talent. So being able to latch onto someone and slow them for 50% for the channel of your drain life is ridiculous. Number one, because it's just a point and click ability. Number two, because the range is obnoxious. And number three, because the tether range is even more obnoxious than that. So when you're Guldan, obviously you're throwing all of your damage mostly with your Q and your Corruption, but when people start to leave the team fight, you just hold them in place with your drain life and get all your health back that you're wasting to mana tap or life tap. Oh no, we've lost Ravala again. Now we leave. Now we must go. Imperius wants to use his ult. It looks like he didn't. Okay, we can back up. Just back up. It's okay. We can back up. We can leave. And there's a Villera. Lucia wants to keep me alive. Our tanks are doing their best to save each other right now. We're going to just suck all on the invisible Villera inside her smoke cloud. It's just, she's not having a whole lot of success with that, is she? Going to suck on the bomb now. Get ourselves some health back there. You can't use drain life on a treasure chest, but you can use it on a mech that's about to explode in your face. Anyway, I need to leave. Please? Can we leave? Are we gonna leave? We are leaving. We are exiting the team fight now. We're making our way downtown. Faces pass. Perfect. We've made it. We're home. Everything went better than expected. Ooh. We were on the same talent tier that entire time, though, so if the enemy team had managed to get a kill, that probably would have chained into more kills and the objective, and we could have very well lost the game, or at least snowballed the game into their favor. But back to the build, obviously. I've already talked about Horrify. There's no other ult. Don't ever pick anything else. Ta-da. Level 13, we're going to pick up Harvest Life. Drain Life is going to heal for 75% more when used on heroes. Now, that alone is just going to make everything about Guldan incredibly difficult to fight one-on-one. I know this because I played into this build, I think it was with Leoric. Yeah, I was playing a game on Dragonshire with Leoric, and it was just me versus Guldan in a lane, and I'm over here like, I've got percentage damage. His suck can't beat my suck. Turns out, Guldan's suck just fucking destroys Leoric's suck. So, it's really, really ridiculous. The amount of health that you're getting back, the amount of damage that you're doing, all while someone like Leoric can't CC you while you're sitting there channeling, is absolutely fucking insane. So just remember that if you're ever playing into a single other character with this build with Guldan, you can basically just channel your drain life on them forever and you will never die, and they eventually will. Please leave me alone. I am scared, and I am no longer. I'm just going to eat some health off of the samurai real quick. Do we? I don't think we... Okay, it's fine. We're just going to blast the Brightwing into infinity. And now we can go back and do the actual objective. I don't know why the enemy team is really trying to fight. Maybe because we're split up there. Maybe they thought they had a numbers advantage that they could work with, but it didn't really happen for them, did it? Still gotta stand on the point, and I don't have fear for 10 seconds, but it doesn't matter because Mal'Ganis did not get on the samurai point in time. Huge dark conversion from him. It looks like, our choice sound barrier from our Lucio going to save our Imperius from certain doom. Really, really, really preventing us from losing any of these disadvantaged team fights for the enemy team. They are actually doing a fantastic job of getting really close, even though they're down talents, but luckily we're pushing the buttons at the right time. Thank God. Level 16, we're going to pick up the Darkness Within. Now, this ability is a little bit goofy, but you're going to need to deal 1,216 damage to enemy heroes, and what that's going to do is make the next life tap that you use cost no health, and Guldan is going to get 25% spell power for 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Now, why does that matter? When you are using your... well, number one, any of your abilities, you're going to be doing damage with your Q and your E, obviously, to charge up the life tap. But once the life tap is empowered, 25% more damage and healing, because it's just spell power increase, is going to make your drain life ridiculously strong. And then that's just going to feed into another rune tap, or another life tap. I don't know why I keep calling it anything but what it is. Oh, Brightwing. Oh, Brightwing. Please? Yes. Lucio gets there. I'm going to have a life tap in just a second here. Let's eat some Mal'Ganis. Oh, and he does not have enough range to get to me to CC me out of the drain life. That's fantastic. Are you in a spooky position? Just hit W. Everything will be fine. He walked back into the samurai slice. I am so sorry. You must be having such an unfun game. You poor boy. Right, but anyway, the level 16 talent, the amount of damage that you're dealing with your W after it's empowered is just going to feed into re-empowering your next life tap, which is just going to make, obviously, the ability to do much more damage. Look at that, 127 damage per tick. Had she been even remotely CC'd there, apart from my slow, she'd be dead. She did break the tether range. She got a little bit too far. But, I mean, you could just see, it's a point-and-click ability. If I see someone on the verge of death with my drain life, it's really easy to kill them. Anyway, at level 20, there's only two options. I mean, Demonic Circle is obviously really good for keeping yourself alive. I don't like the implementation of it, personally, having to put down the portal on the ground and then hit another button to teleport to it. Like, ew. There have been, I don't know how many fucking times where I've just hit the button and thinking it's the one that's going to teleport me, but it's actually the one that places the portal, and I'm sitting here channeling a portal in a team fight, and I get my shit slapped off. So, I've had some very traumatic experiences. But the Haunt upgrade is going to make the Horrify, the Horrify upgrade is going to make the Fear last for 1 second longer, and it's going to reduce armor by anybody hit by 20. So they're going to take 20% more damage, and they're going to be feared for 3 seconds, right? No, it's going to be 4 seconds. Ooh, didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. So 4 second fear with negative 20 armor on top of that. You can probably hit a number of... That is the most BM spray mosh I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm here for it. I mean, we could just go for the death push here. We don't have any minions, so like I mentioned in the previous video, there's nothing here to support us in killing the building damage, so we can't focus as much on killing the heroes. So this is kind of just gearing up to give the enemy team a whole bunch of kills. There it is. Okay. And we got half our health bar back, just there, from the drain life. I mean, let's be real. The ability is just awesome. This point, click, live, kill, ta-da. He didn't take Ice Block. I just noticed. He took Superstition. That's not going to help him against the Vala or the Imperius. Nazebo players, please, don't pick anything but Ice Block. Unless you're playing into pure ability enemy team, there is no reason to pick Superstition, and there is definitely no reason to pick Guardian Toads. It's all Ice Block all day long. There's nothing that you can do to change my mind or anyone else's mind. This is not a Nazebo video. This is a Guldan video. I hate that you made me talk about it. But anyway, that does it for the entire build. Obviously, anything with this icon on it, you're just going to pick that, and you're going to win until level 16. And then you get the life tap. But even so, you can see where we're going. The enemy team still isn't 20. They have not done anything to soak the lanes pushing into them. I'm going to just boop them off the point. We're all going to run at the point. I'm going to keep throwing damage on the point. And we're going to try to get all of the people in the backside sucked here. Just keep burning down the diva. We've got it. There's the auto attack of Destiny. It wasn't even the train life. And now Valera can't get away from us in the smoke bomb. Gonna get killed by the double turrets hanging out in the back, just waiting for her. Not sure why she was back there, but she's dead either way. The enemy team had to make that Hail Mary call. There's really nothing they could do. The camp was pushing in, and all 5 of us were just ready to knock down the door. We had camps on both sides, actually. Double samurais all the way across the sky. Just can't beat it. And apparently you're never going to beat Guldan for the MVP slot either, because he does such stupid amounts of damage for absolutely no reason. 20 Merc camps. This is Hanamura in a nutshell, BTW. 6 Merc camps on the field. And if you do 3 rotations of all of them when you're in the driver's seat, you're going to get this stupid fucking medal. This should just be called the Hanamura Award forever. Anyway, the talents again: Chaotic Energy, Health Funnel, Curse of Exhaustion, Horrify, Harvest Life, Darkness Within, and Haunt. That is going to do it. Oh, he picked Vile Infection too. Oh my god. Maybe he was dead already and he just did it for the memes. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt there. You know, because I just can't stand seeing this. Oh my god. I was one of 2 people to die. The DPS were the only characters to die on our team. How embarrassing is that? 25 to 5. The game felt a lot closer than it actually was. There were a lot of opportunities for the enemy team to kill us, and they had just so many opportunities to make it happen, but couldn't get the job done, mostly because of our healer and the amount of living that all of us are able to do. But really well played on them to try and make it back when they did, all the way up until the end when we just stomped in their faces. But that's going to be it for today's video. We will be back next week with some more October content. In keeping with the theme of the month, I'm trying to pick up characters that are vaguely spooky, have spooky skins. It's going to be a good month for us, I promise. And stick around to the end of the video for the conclusion of the story from the beginning. Written by yours truly, Sweet dreams.